Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm James and you're watching Blue Dog Aquatics. Now today, sorry we've been kind of off on videos lately. I've been trying to do a lot of shorts just to incorporate, but the full long videos have just been getting away from me because preparation for AquaShella Chicago, and I've been dealing with some health stuff, so dealing with that is just, it's been a royal headache and it gets my time away from me. But AquaShella is this coming weekend. We are super excited to go and be there. This is the last show of the season. So if you've never been, make sure to swing in and see us. We did move booths. We were originally at 800. Now we're more in the middle aisle, which I'm very grateful for, because looking at the layout would have just been, there wouldn't have been a lot of traffic where we were. So I'm glad we were able to change and get a nice new booth in the middle. But what this video is all about is AquaShella prep. Now, I always talk about my storage unit. Yep. Normally this is full all the way back. You can see we have some big tanks here. We have some other tanks back there. We have storage for reptile supplies and all that. But yeah, that whole area right there is normally taken up by AquaShella stuff, and it's a lot of work. And you know, we have a lot of new vendors that are coming into AquaShella, and I'm so grateful for that. The show is continually growing with new faces. AquaShella is very much a family event, and even the vendors, you know, some people that have never been just don't understand. The vendors look out for each other. They're pretty much a family. It's great to, even though we see each other only a couple of times a year, it's like a day hasn't missed, and we're so grateful to see everybody. So there's a lot of people that we can't wait to see. But yeah, without further ado, I wanted to show you a little bit what goes into the preparation for AquaShella for us here at Blue Dog Aquatics. Now, a lot of you have seen our trailer, and we've done it a couple of different ways in the past, but today I just invested in a pallet jack, and it's going to make my life so much easier. But we have the tanks up there. We always bring extra tanks for in case one breaks during transit, because even though we don't attend the Florida show anymore, that one is just so far for us and so hard on our animals and fish, but we still do attend the Dallas and Chicago ones. But Dallas is 11 to 12 hour drive for us, and Chicago is still a 7 to 8 hour drive. So all this equipment has to make it safely to Chicago. We went through and did all of our health verifications with Dr. Merkwan. He's our exotic vet. If you're here local in La Vista and you're looking for an exotic vet, make sure to check him out. He does amazing work, and he's very, very knowledgeable at what he does. But, so, like I said, we have 24 tanks up here. I don't know, I think we have 26 different types of fish and shrimp that we're bringing. And you're like, well, why do you only have 24? Well, some of them can cohabitate together. Actually, I'm kind of down to 23 because I've done this twice now, where I'm going to strap down the securement and I do one click too far and I break a tank. Twice this has happened. Once for Dallas and now once for Chicago. And you're like, well, why don't you just take it off and grab another tank? Well, because that pallet back there is actually bubble wrapped and saran wrapped and heavily padded, so it would be a complete undertaking to actually unwrap that thing. So we'll dispose of the tank when we get down to Chicago. We have our shelving units here to hold our tanks. I think next year we're actually going to do built stands. These ones just take so much time to put together, and when we were down in Dallas, it took up so much of our time assembling shelves, and we accidentally grabbed the wrong tanks and not our show tanks, and so all the tanks had to be cleaned, and I think we were 8 or 9 hours into just cleaning, setting up, and all that. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into these shows. You guys can see Hot Rod is going to be coming. That's our Panther Chameleon. That is actually his tree that sits on the end of the table. We have heat cord that runs up the tree because it does get kind of cold in the show, and so we want to make sure that he stays warm, and he's still new to his shows. The captain who used to come to the shows, he retired, and so Hot Rod took over. And Hot Rod, he did very, very well for his first show. We're hoping that he feels a little bit more comfortable at this show, but we will see how it goes. If you see him in his cage or in his setup, it's not because he did anything wrong. It's just we're allowing him to decompress and warm up and stay healthy. So up next we have in the middle palette here, those are actually our new reptile cages that we're using for shows. This show is actually going to be a little bit different. Last show in Dallas we had just bare reptile. We had to assemble all of them, and they were just bare bones with one stick in them. We're not going to do that this time. We're actually going to bring soil and actually do full setups on each and every one of them to make the animals feel more comfortable. And if you're interested in buying one of these setups, just let us know, and we can make that happen for you. Up here is our miscellaneous palette. This one right here has our extension cords. Oh, that one also has our lights on it too. Last show we accidentally forgot, and so we had to modify and bring LED ones, and they just didn't work well. So I'm glad that we actually have our original lights back. But we have a terrarium down here, and then we have Hot Rod's enclosure right here, and then we have all of our extension cords and everything that we need for the show. I did leave some space back here because I do have some stuff at the shop and some stuff at the house that needs to go on the trailer here. These are all of our racks. We use this bucket right here to transport water. So if you are a new vendor, I would highly recommend investing in one of these big trash cans. They work wonders for moving water. And then we have these are the grates for the shelving units. And then we just bring extra stuff, bubble wrap, saran wrap, anything we might need, because we aren't right by our home. This is something that we are very far away, and so if we do forget something, it's not like, oh, let me run back to my shop really quick and grab it. It's something that we actually have to go track down a store to find something that we need, and that can be very frustrating, especially when you're scrambling to set up for a show. One of the cool things that I've noticed is, so Tinley is actually going on the same time as AquaShella in Chicago. So if you love reptiles, make sure to check them out as well. We are doing fish and reptiles at AquaShella. I believe when I looked last, we are actually the only reptile, double vendor. So we're fish and reptiles. I believe we're going to be one of the few people that actually has reptiles there. So hopefully that works out in our favor. And if you are over at Tinley and you want to come over and experience the freshwater, the saltwater, the amazing atmosphere of AquaShella, make sure to do that. I know they're both all weekend long, but it's a blast either way, and it's gonna be fun. So make sure to check that out. But yeah, guys, a couple of things I wanted to cover. I will be going in for surgery very soon. So pretty much I messed up my shoulder years ago when I was in the Army, and it's progressively gotten worse. I've already had one shoulder surgery, and I'm bound very, very, very soon for another one. They have to do almost a complete shoulder reconstruction. So that's gonna immobilize me. I am kind of glad that this is the last show of the year, because if there was another one, I wouldn't be able to do it just because I'll be recuperating. Things are gonna if you haven't been to our store, we have changed so much around our store. We finally got all the trim up on the reptile side, thanks to our buddy Joe, and it's come a long way, but there will be some changes. We do have some new faces that will be working at our store, and this is just preparation for me being gone due to shoulder surgery recovery. So be mindful of that. But yeah, back to AquaShella. Sorry. If you are a new vendor, there's a lot that goes into the prep, or if you're thinking about it being a vendor, and this doesn't just apply to AquaShella, this could also apply to Tinley or any other expo that you guys attend. If you're thinking about becoming a vendor, there's a lot lot that goes into it. Yes, I don't like some of the local shows because for us at AquaShella, and I'm sure it's the same way with Tinley, I've never been, but I hope to one day go, is that we actually put a lot of work into our tanks and to our fish and our reptiles to make sure that they look beautiful, and we just don't have bags on the table. And that's one of the things I don't like about local shows is everybody just, and I get it, you know, there's space, there's not all the power and power supplies and electrical, but I wish there was more, because the same concept that we run in our store is kind of monkey see, monkey do. If you show an environment like a terrarium, a vivarium, a nano tank, a freshwater tank, if you show somebody the beautiful scape that you can do with an enclosure or an aquarium, people are more likely to emulate it and give these animals the best possible life that they can have. So make sure to keep that in mind. If you are the owner to one of these small local expos, maybe incorporate some electrical or promote your vendors to do natural setups. But yeah, back to being a vendor. It's an amazing opportunity. I get to travel around the United States, which, I mean, I don't travel as much as I used to since I have the store now, but it's amazing. You get to meet some amazing people, and we have the YouTube community. We have YouTubers that actually talk about ways to benefit your YouTube channel. And on that note, thank you to everybody that has been subscribing. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. And I still hold true. If we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. I'm actually dying for a headache, or not a headache, a haircut. But you can see my hair is very, very long, and I'm ready to chop it off. So hopefully we hit that 5,000 subscribers very, very soon. Also, if you enjoyed this channel, make sure to leave us a comment down below. And if you haven't checked out, we did launch another YouTube channel. That is Blue Dog Reptiles, that covers all the care on specifically reptiles. This channel jumps around between reptiles, shrimp, freshwater fish, and everything that's going on with the store or our lives personally. And the reptile page, our channel, just focuses on reptile care. We want the best possible information out there so that your animal lives a long and happy life. So with that being said, guys, thank you much. Wow, man, I cannot talk today. And we do have some exciting news coming up, so make sure to tune in for that. But thanks, guys, for watching. As always, the big question, your tank or do you know what it is? Or mine. Thanks, guys. If I can figure out how to turn it off. Thanks, guys.